Imagine this. Your cat knocks your coffee off the counter, makes direct eye contact, and doesn't even flinch. In that moment, you have two choices. You can get angry, or you can quietly admire the absolute audacity of the creature. If you chose the second option, congratulations. You're about to learn why your brain works the way it does. Most people think being a cat person is just a personality trait, like being an introvert or liking the color blue. But according to psychology, it's actually something much deeper. It's not about your personality. It's about how your nervous system processes the world. You see, for some people, the world is too loud, too demanding, and too filled with performance. And for those people, a cat is not just a pet, it's a biological necessity. Welcome to Psychology Too Easy. Today, we're diving into the cat person's brain, why you prefer subtle connection over loud excitement, and the secret way your cat is actually regulating your mind.
Here's something nobody tells you. Some people regulate their nervous system through activity, and others regulate through stillness. People who love dogs often need external feedback and constant interaction to feel good. They need energy that moves. But for the cat person, their nervous system spends most of the day anticipating, self-monitoring, and managing the moods of everyone around them. By the time they get home, they are in a state of overstimulation. A dog discharges energy. It rushes toward you, it barks, it demands a reaction. But a cat settles into a space and simply lets you settle with it. There's no demand to perform, no need to manage someone else's emotional state, and no pressure to respond immediately. Psychologists call this optimal arousal theory. Your cat doesn't help you get excited. It helps you downshift. It signals to your brain that the world has finally stopped demanding something from you. When you say, "I like cats because they are peaceful," what you're actually saying is, my nervous system can finally rest without performing.
Human relationships are complex. They are filled with unspoken demands and expectations. We are expected to respond quickly to texts, to explain our feelings, and to match the emotional energy of the person we are with. Even affection can sometimes feel like pressure. Why aren't you more expressive? Or why don't you need me the way I need you? For people who are sensitive, observant, or easily overstimulated, like those who have developed traumatic intelligence, this constant negotiation is exhausting. Cats operate on a different frequency. A cat never assumes access to you. Its affection is offered, never imposed. When a cat chooses to sit on your lap, it does so without expectations of eye contact or emotional performance. And when it decides to leave, it doesn't require a 20-minute explanation. This is what researchers call connection without intrusion. It's a mutual respect for boundaries. For people who have experienced boundary violations in the past, this sense of earning affection and having it maintained through subtle signals, like a flick of a tail or a shift in posture, is incredibly healing. Before your brain even processes the thought, "I love this cat," your body is already reacting to a secret weapon, the purr. A cat's purr operates at low, rhythmic frequencies, usually between 20 hertz and 140 hertz. Your nervous system responds to these frequencies instinctively. Before you consciously register comfort, your body begins to slow down. Your breathing deepens, your muscle tension softens, and your stress hormones, like cortisol, begin to drop. In a world where silence can feel empty and noise can feel overwhelming, the steady hum of a purr sits perfectly in between. It fills the room without invading it. This is why many cat people describe a sense of grounding that they can't explain. They don't feel excited, they feel settled. It is co-regulation without conversation. Your cat didn't just choose you, your body chose the cat because it knew exactly what it needed to come back into balance. There's a famous study by Denise Costello at Carroll University that showed cat lovers score significantly higher on cognitive tests and openness to experience. But it's not that cats make you smarter. It's that certain personality traits cluster together. Deep thinking, creativity, and problem solving all require long stretches of mental quiet. Most pets and people interrupt that quiet. They pull your attention outward or require ongoing engagement. But cats coexist alongside your focus. They protect the conditions that intelligence needs to function. Modern culture treats solitude as something to fix. Quiet is often framed as loneliness. But for cat people,
Quiet is where clarity forms. This is why so many writers, artists, and deep thinkers have historically gravitated toward cats. They aren't looking for a best friend to go hiking with. They are looking for a presence that respects their inner world.
There is also an evolutionary reason for our obsession. Cats trigger what biologists call the baby schema. With their large eyes relative to their face, rounded heads, and small noses, cats mimic the features of human infants. When your brain detects these features, it releases caretaking impulses before you can even think. For many people who learn to be emotionally contained or too aware early in life, nurturing a cat feels safe because it is one-directional. The cat doesn't ask you to be cheerful. It doesn't monitor your mood for signs of trouble. It allows you to offer closeness without the vulnerability overload that often comes with human relationships. In a culture obsessed with being needed and essential, cat people have chosen something revolutionary. We love creatures that don't technically need us. They stay because they prefer us.
So if you are drawn to cats, it doesn't mean you're distant, antisocial, or broken. It means you're wired for subtlety. You are someone who values presence without pressure. You are someone who understands that attachment doesn't require constant proof or loud performances. Your cat didn't just show up to be fed. It showed up to remind you that it's okay to just exist. Here are 3 things to remember tonight. Stillness is not laziness. Your need for low stimulation is a biological requirement for your brain to function. Respect your boundaries. Like a cat, your affection is earned. Don't feel guilty for protecting your territorial comfort. Appreciate the subtle. In a world that screams, there is power in the quiet hum of a purr. At Psychology Too Easy, we make the complex simple. If this video made you feel seen, hit that subscribe button and tell us in the comments, what's the most audacious thing your cat has ever done? We'll see you in the next one, hopefully with a cat nearby.